Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Bears fans, buckle up because what's happening right now in the NFL, specifically in the NFC North, could be a game changer for our team. Rumors are swirling that the Baltimore Ravens, currently sitting at a 4-5 record and struggling with a leaky defense that's giving up around 26 points per game, might be making a bold move. The buzz is that they're exploring a trade that could send Roquan Smith, one of the league's most dynamic linebackers, back to the Chicago Bears. That's right. Roquan, who was once a fan favorite here, could be on his way home, and this potential deal could reshape the division in ways we haven't seen in years. Now, let's unpack what this really means. The Ravens, who have been battling inconsistency on defense, are apparently willing to part ways with Smith in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft. That's a pretty significant return, especially considering Smith's impact on the field. The Ravens are facing some tough decisions. They're trying to rebuild around Lamar Jackson, focus on extending players like Majubuik, and fix that defense that's been giving up too many big plays. With a cap hit around $20 million for Smith, the Ravens see this as a way to free up some space while also getting draft capital to build for the future. But here's where it gets even more interesting for us Bears fans. Smith's profile is nothing short of elite. The guy is an all-pro caliber linebacker, and his numbers are impressive across the board. In 2025, through just 7 games, he's already amassed 43 solo tackles, 21 assists, and 64 combined stops, along with 1 forced fumble. Over his entire career, Smith has racked up over 800 tackles, with 20 sacks to his name, and he's been graded highly by PFF with an 87, 2 overall grade. His EPA per run, a crucial stat for assessing his impact on stopping plays, sits at -0.28, which shows how disruptive he can be in the backfield. He averages about 9 tackles per game, and his run-stop percentage is around 18%. Not only that, but Smith has been a multiple-time All-Pro and even scored a defensive touchdown on an interception during his career. What makes Smith such a perfect fit for the Bears is not just his stats, but his style of play. He's an explosive tackler, able to reduce yards after contact on medium passes, and he's a natural heir to a middle linebacker position that we've been craving to stabilize for years. If he joins the Bears, he would give us a significant boost in our front 7. His presence would likely increase our tackles per game by over 40%, and his ability to clog running lanes and force turnovers could be a real difference maker. Considering our current roster and the need to bolster our run defense, Smith's versatility and playmaking ability could elevate our defense to a whole new level. The reasoning behind this potential move makes a lot of sense for both sides. The Ravens, trying to rebuild and free up cap space, could see this as a win-win. Their focus is on restructuring their team around Lamar Jackson, extending key players like Majubuik, and fixing that defense that's been giving up too many short passes. Sending Smith away, especially after they've struggled with their pass defense and overall consistency, allows them to get draft capital and cap relief. Plus, with their current record and the challenges they face, a rebuild seems inevitable. On the other hand, the Bears are in a different position. They're looking to solidify their front 7, especially after a season that's seen flashes of potential, but also moments of inconsistency on defense. Their cap space, around $6.6 million, provides some flexibility to make strategic moves. Improving the linebacker core with a player of Smith's caliber aligns perfectly with their goal of building a more formidable, more aggressive defense. His addition could help us cut down on the number of rushing yards we allow, a key weakness this season, by around 15%. Plus, the impact of having a linebacker who can boost tackles per game by around 15 and create more turnovers would be huge for our overall team performance. From a broader perspective, this move could have ripple effects across the NFC North. The rivalry with the Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, and even the Detroit Lions could be impacted by a stronger Bears defense. Imagine having Roquan Smith, a guy who has historically played against our division rivals and often caused headaches for them, now lining up in our backfield. His familiarity with division opponents and his ability to shut down short passes and force turnovers could give us a strategic advantage. This isn't just about individual stats, it's about shifting the entire division dynamic, creating a new level of competition. Looking at the bigger picture, the Super Bowl odds are also something to consider. The Ravens' chances, initially at plus 8,000, might improve to around plus 4,200 if they find a way to bolster their defense and rebuild around Lamar Jackson. For the Bears, adding a player like Smith could be the piece that pushes us closer to that elusive championship. Remember last season, the Ravens had moments of brilliance but also struggled with consistency, especially on defense. If Smith's impact is as significant as some analysts believe, his return to Chicago could be the missing piece that transforms our front seven into one of the league's best. But let's be real here. This is all still speculation. Nothing is set in stone, and the NFL trade deadline is always full of surprises. Still, as Bears fans, we should be excited about the potential of bringing back someone who knows our system, understands our city, and could be a cornerstone of our defense for years to come. The possibilities are tantalizing. Imagine a linebacker core featuring Smith alongside Jack Sanborn and T.J. Edwards. That's a formidable trio that can do a lot of damage against the run and the pass. It's exactly the kind of upgrade we've been craving since the days of Brian Urlacher. And speaking of that, it's worth noting how Smith's presence would boost our team's confidence. His leadership and experience, combined with his playmaking ability, would send a message to the entire league that the Bears are serious about competing again. With the right coaching and some strategic additions, this move could be the spark that ignites a new era for the franchise. And let's not forget, Chicago fans have been waiting for that breakout season, a year where our defense finally lives up to its potential, and our offense continues to develop around Justin Fields. Now, about Justin Fields, he's been showing signs that he's progressing, but he still needs a solid defense to help him out. Bringing in a linebacker of Smith's caliber would give him a better chance to play with more freedom, knowing that the middle of the field is more secure. That's the kind of complementary piece that can elevate the entire team. With the Packers and Vikings also making moves, the NFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in the league, and acquiring Roquan Smith could be the strategic move that puts the Bears back in the playoff picture. Of course, the fans are buzzing about this potential trade. Social media is alive with debates about whether it makes sense for the Bears to give up a future second-round pick for a player who could immediately impact our defense. Some fans are nostalgic, remembering Smith's time here and hoping he returns to wear the blue and orange again. Others are cautious, wanting to see how the trade negotiations unfold before getting too excited. But one thing is for sure, the idea of bringing back Roquan Smith is exciting because it signals that the Bears are serious about building a championship-caliber team. They're looking to make bold moves, and that's exactly the kind of energy we need. In conclusion, folks, we're watching what could be a pivotal moment for the Chicago Bears. Whether or not this trade happens, it highlights how much the franchise is thinking big. Improving our front seven with a proven, all-pro linebacker like Roquan Smith could be the key to unlocking our full potential. It's about adding talent, toughness, and leadership, elements that have been missing at times this season. If the deal goes through, it could be the start of something special, a new chapter in our quest for Super Bowl glory. We've been through tough seasons, but this move could turn the tide and put us right back on the map as a team to fear in the NFL. So, Bears fans, keep your eyes peeled. The trade deadline is approaching, and this story is far from over. Whatever happens, it's clear that the Bears are not content to sit back and wait. They're out there making moves, trying to build something lasting. And honestly, that's the kind of attitude that gets us excited for what's to come. The future is bright, and with a bit of luck and some strategic decisions, we could be celebrating a lot more wins in the coming seasons. Stay tuned, stay loud, and let's keep pushing forward. Because the Chicago Bears are on the rise, and this potential return of Roquan Smith might just be the spark we needed to ignite our championship dreams. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you think bringing Roquan Smith back is the move that can push us over the edge? Or are you skeptical about giving up that draft capital? Either way, your voice is important, and we love engaging with all of you. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so make sure you stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.